could be a, his name could be on a, his name and face could be on a bounty somewhere. We'll go with the wild hunt.
Help me stand.
I don't think you should.
Less talk, more giving me a hand.
Ah, that's me brother for you. Out of sight for a second, and he's already put his paws on a girl.
Astrid, you're as dim as dishwater. You know perfectly well I'm helping her up.
It's a shame, I know, but I've got to interrupt your courtship. Come, we're off to the sauna.
Where?
Why's your mouth agape like you're noodling for an eel? The sauna. Girl, you was blue as a whale when we brought you in here. Your blood needs thawing.
Really, there's no need. I feel fine now.
Hey, fine. You can't stand on your own 2 feet. And it's no surprise with your muscles frozen stiff. But don't you worry. Mum and I will take care of you.
I'm sorry, but I must get to Drowned Dead Rock as fast as possible.
Shan't force you to stay. But the rocks are ways off and you can barely walk. You best take a horse.
True. Scoia'tael can prepare a horse for you. You'll have to wait a spell, but even so, you'll get there faster than on foot.
Fine, that'll do. Thank you both very much.
Pish posh, there's no need. Now come, we gotta sweat the sick out of you.
Where are my clothes?
I've taken them already. Come on. That man in the mask, he's from afar.
Oh yes, from very far away.
Where is
Otherworld.
Aren't you nosy?
Surprised? Been sitting in this fish puddle me whole life. I'd love to travel like you.
Like me? No, you wouldn't like that. Trust me.
Get your muscles are working. And mind the string don't catch on your nose.
Surprised they're okay with her just walking around like this, given how covered up everyone is, you know? It's like, yeah, it's surprising. I know other characters are dressed, like different standards, different places, all that. Surprised they didn't give her something to put on.
Go and get out of those rags.
All of them?
I should think so.
Excuse me, I'll be in my bunk. Ah, okay, she still has the bandages on.
Wrap yourself in a towel. Well, whatever makes you comfortable.
Don't worry, folks, it's artistic.
Finally. I was so worried you'd... Ah, Mum, you always worry. Everything's fine.
It's artistic.
Yes, it's fine.
Very.
That's good. But why have you got the towel, child? It'll just get wet. Mum, she's from the continent. She's shy.
I remember reading one of the Witcher books there, The Blood of Elves, I think it was, and Ciri does go to a bath, and she's brought there by Yennefer, and Yennefer's there with 2 sorceresses checking Ciri out. That's saying that, oh, she is shapely as a nymph, or something. Ciri was like 14 at the time. It's really creepy. Because, I don't know, it just sounded like the sorceresses were like 5 seconds from saying like, can we fuck her, can we fuck her? You know, it's really creepy.
I'm not at all shy. I just wanted something to sit on.
The expect me to believe that?
Artistic.
Astrid, behave yourself, or I'll send you to gut fish with your pa. Here we are gabbing away. Steam's gone. Gotta douse the coals.
Say, back home, have you got saunas too?
I'd rather not talk about myself.
Why's that?
Someone might come looking for me. I wouldn't want to cause you any trouble.
It's too late for Scoia'tael.
What?
He's head over heels for you, girl. Sat at your bedside all the day, staring like he was painted by a master.
Astrid, I asked you not to tell her.
Oops. Well, now the milk's spilt. Do you fancy Scoia'tael?
There was also a point in the same book, actually. Later on, Ciri ends up. Yennefer uses her for some reason, and a huge fight breaks out. Ciri is greatly endangered. Geralt nearly dies because of it. He goes up solo against a rather accomplished sorcerer, and he kills the guy, but he's greatly wounded. Some elves nurse him back to health in one place. No idea how he gets to them or anything, but he's there and getting nursed back to health by him. There's a bit of a time skip. Ciri dashes into a place, and because of her heritage, or rogue magic or whatever, a portal activates, and she tosses into a desert. And basically, one thing leads to another, and she ends up in the she ends up finding a fucking unicorn. She ends up finding her way out of the desert. I think she might have sealed her magic then. There's some talk of that, but I can't remember. It's been years. I do remember though that she ends up being arrested by a guy, and brings her to like a tavern, and there's another kid there, similarly arrested. So the kid's gang breaks in, and a fight breaks out. Ciri does end up with a sword, but she's hesitant to kill the guy. She is dancing circles around him, sword skill-wise, but she's hesitant to just drive it home. Well, the gang was, egging her on to do so. Can't remember if she did it or not. But they bring her back to their place, and she settles in for the night. And I think it was the kid that was also tied up with her. He starts trying to rape her, because of course that's what you do. And one of the girls of the gang drives him off. And you think, oh good. Then the girl starts raping Ciri. I'm not kidding. Ciri just ends up just lying there, fucking traumatized. Like I said, she was like 14 at the time. She's after, nearly dying in a desert. She's ton of shitty things are after happening. She spent a ton. Actually, they had gone through a good phase, and that's my best points. Basically, when she was initially with Yennefer was a major cunt. Then they kind of warm up to each other, and things were better. But she's gone through a horrific time, and she's finally into a safe place. And then they start trying to rape her. So, yeah. So, I've only vaguely remembered like the imprint of like some of the phrasings in relation to the whole thing. Oh, I just realised the dial on my speaker wasn't turned to full way to the right. It's irrelevant to all this, but it's just I didn't even notice I changed it. But yeah, I remember only have a vague recollection of some of the phrasings of what was going through Ciri's mind at the time. So I can't really quote anything. But yeah, I just remember her being generally kind of, messed up with the whole thing, as you would expect. But yeah, this just came to mind because of the, do you like the guy for women? Yeah, her, guy started raping her, then a woman decided to, continue where he left off. That just came to mind. Like I said, it was from the same book. So, I don't know, I'm going to... I know, one or two. I know, I'm kind of, yeah, we'll go with one.
I must say, he's rather handsome.
Half the village sighs when he passes, but he likes you. A mysterious beauty, a rose out of the sea foam.
Give it a rest, you're intolerable today.
Listen, it's lovely sitting here with you, but I really must go now.
I understand. Who'd want to stay in this hole? We're all related 3 times over and the air stinks of fish.
I can't see how you're related to anyone here. No one in Lockwoodton groans and bitches quite like you do. Sit down and be
Artistic.
quiet. Child,
Artistic.
y'all certain to have readied the horses by now. But before you go, you ought to take a quick jump in the water. It'll do you good.
I'm sorry, but I really must go. Thank you once more.
And once more, there's no need. God's bless your journey.
Wrinkled jiggle physics. Fantastic. Let's... this way. Oh. Fuck it. Oh, it is actually helping us regenerate. Not anymore since they started getting out. Okay. I'm trying to avoid all the goddamn nipples. There's no way I could censor all this even if I was trying. I suppose I could blank the screen, but... goddamn. Actually, I'm starting to understand, you know how they were saying before, that, there's no one in, I remember when they're talking about, when I was in the keep before the bears attacked, they were saying about how, the lady had some rare and, the island's patience. I'm kind of seeing why they don't have patience. Patience is an uncommon thing. Like, the guy's being, scorned and, thrown out of his village for not, throwing himself upon an enemy's sword. Dying a pointless death, where he physically couldn't achieve anything. Culturally, they seem to only approve of, recklessness and suicide. So, it's no real surprise that they don't really, have many people who value patience and whatnot.
Regards to your father.
Wait, was she? There's where they're doing the ritual. Was Astrid still alive, I wonder? I can't jump.
Storms are coming. Gotta go to your mom.
Oh, you're here. The horses are ready.
As am I. Shall we ride?
Listen, I hope... My sister, she didn't talk any nonsense to you, did she?
On several levels, I want to say it, just why not? But another level, like again, another level, I just feel like, you know, pushing on. Yeah, go ahead.
No. Except to mention that you fancy me.
What? But I asked her... Besides, it's not... Of course, you are very... But... You know what? Let's ride. You're in a hurry and it'll be dark soon.
I'm not in that much of a hurry, you're right, let's go. So... I just noticed Siri's, I'm paying attention to Siri's eyes now, and just noticing this, like, smudged eyeliner all around them. Did you have that earlier? I'm only really acknowledging that now. Huh. I think she does, but... Haven't the clue. One, two, 1, 2. Gotta catch 'em all, STDs.
I'm not in that much of a hurry. Your first kiss, wasn't it?
Of course it weren't. Aye. Me first.
We don't have much time. But it's enough for you to learn a few things.
Run for your lives!
You stay here! I'll go and...
I can look after myself.
Okay, never mind so. Not unless his mouth is in very bad condition. Invisisword. Remember how Ciri's magic works. There we go. Okay, she's using steel, so they don't need, you know, silver to do stuff. And given how, like, we're seeing things that there's no way this guy could recount, like the time in the sauna and all that. This is probably more for our, you know, is less what he's narrating and more of just, you know, a true, you know. How would I describe it? Like a true count for us. So he was actually still fighting to try and fend off the wild hunt. So it makes them calling him a craven even worse. I guess maybe he left, you know, a bit into the fight with her. But he still fucking did something. Up the regen. Wow. I don't like playing as Siri because she is really squishy. Her lack of her inability to heal is her inability to heal is really annoying. Like, she just can't heal, and you get into long fights and you just can't do anything about it.